go. Good. All right, there we go. Good evening, everybody. Hey, hi, hello. Are you still taking readings? Looks closed. Oh, shit. I never turned the reading list on. I'm so sorry. Give me just a moment. I'm sorry. Spaz over here. Give me just a moment. We just started, so give me just a moment. I'm so sorry. I'm late. The list isn't open. I'm all over the place. All right. Yes, Tyler. Happy Monday. Hey, friends. Welcome to the live. We have quite a bit to do. Yes, good evening. Okay, let's see. Okay, it should be open now. But yes, happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the live. We have quite a bit to do. As always, Mondays are for charity. So we are raising money for the for select Title I teachers that have reached out to me as of like August. We've been doing this. So we still have quite a few teacher links, but Title I teachers have been sending me their teacher links for their classrooms, their classroom wish lists. And I've been posting them every week on my Instagram story and have them stored in a highlight reel on my Instagram profile. So if you're able, please donate some school supplies or books or hygiene products, whatever these teachers are looking for. And see if you can do a good thing. And then also on Instagram and TikTok Live, we are raising money for I Support the Girls, which is a fabulous organization that distributes feminine hygiene products and essentials to people in need. So, yeah. So those are the causes that we are raising money for this evening. I'm also taking personal reads for anyone that is interested. You can head to madamadam.com, link in bio. We are also going to get to 10 minutes of madness, and then, of course, all 12 zodiacs. So it is still Sagittarius season. So that is where we will begin when we start with zodiacs. But for now, we are going to get to 10 minutes of madness in just a little bit. Yeah. Hope things are going. Yeah, everything's going okay. We're just still waiting on some more information about Dustin and stuff like that. So, we're waiting to hear more. But as of now, he's fine. You know, in good spirits. So we'll see what happens. All right. So again, so this is how this is going to work. We've got the reading list open. If you would like to get a personal reading, you head to madamadam.com, link in bio. If you get an email receipt, then you are on my reading list. We will be doing personal readings after we do 10 minutes of madness and in tandem with the zodiacs, you know? So that's how this is going to work. So if you get a personal read, you got to wait a little bit. And if you need to go, you can always come back, or you can watch the replay on Instagram and or YouTube, because we are live, my friend, on 3 different platforms as usual. So we are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube this evening. For further information about lives, make sure that you head to madamadam.com and check out the live schedule on the drop-down menu. Oh yeah, and sorry about last night. Dear Madam Madam didn't happen because I passed out early. So sorry about that, friends. I tried to post it in my story just when I literally was asleep. I fell asleep. So sorry about that, but I must have needed the rest. So next week for sure. Do you have a separate deck that you use to read yourself? Do you recommend that? I mean, not necessarily. I mean, you don't have to have a you deck and a them deck. You know what I mean? You don't have to have that. So it's really up to you. Honestly, that kind of thing is your prerogative. There's no rule in that area. Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so 10 minutes of madness. Let's get started. We got 2 minutes to explain. Tonight's deck is called Tarot Vintage. Yes, ma'am. I forgot how it works. Don't worry, I will explain. First timer, welcome. Yes, ma'am. Good to see you. Scotland in the house. Very nice. Fireworks are popping off right now at Magic Kingdom. Okay, so yeah, so 10 minutes of madness is the only chance you get during the live to get a rapid fire 1-card reading from me during this live. So what you do is you provide your first name and zodiac sign when I say go. And I pick people at random from the chat. And I'm just going to be bouncing between the platforms. Okay? Hey! Dogs. All right. I'm going to start in about a minute. At like 20 after, I'm going to start. A nice round number. So first names and zodiac signs, my friends. Go ahead and get started. First name, zodiac sign. And feel free to spam until I get to you. Or until the internet is like, stop it, you know? All right. I'm going to start with Larissa, the Cancer, on TikTok. Larissa, darling, 5 of Swords energy for you. Conflict is unavoidable, my friend. You have to be okay with being the bad guy every now and then. Kat, you're a Pisces on Instagram. Empress energy. Take better care of yourself right now. Treat yourself the way you want people to treat you. Naomi, you're a Libra on YouTube. Tower energy, my friend. Something long overdue needs changing. Jade, Virgo. It said Virgo. Jade, you're a Virgo on TikTok, my friend. Passionate success comes with stress. The level of stress you endure is directly related to how much you care. So you have to know when you've done enough, you know. Pam, you're a Gemini on Instagram. Three of Cups energy, my friend. It's time to celebrate camaraderie, coven, friendship, spend time with people that care about you. The smaller the circle, the better. But we need to try to have some fun, a good time during a dark time. Let's see. Bree, you're a Cancer on YouTube. Ace of Wands for you, my friend. Let's trailblaze a new passionate path. Pauline, you're a Libra on TikTok. Six of Wands energy. Try to find your tribe or like-minded people that share your passions. Try to open up to a community. Brandy, you're an Aquarius on Instagram. Seven of Wands. We love that for you. I mean, I do anyway. Seven of Wands energy is about taking a stand and being willing to stand up for yourself and fight for whatever it is that you want. So if you want it, you got to go get it. You know, be willing to advocate for you. Sierra, you're a Taurus on YouTube, my friend. Five of Wands energy. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Don't listen to everybody. You know, listen to you. Separate how you feel from everyone else's opinions. Jesse, you're a Capricorn on TikTok. Nine of Cups energy. Don't be so stubborn. Ben, you're a Gemini on Instagram. Three of Swords energy. It's time for healing and understanding that you only ever really hurt your own feelings, my friend. It's time to heal and move on. Daniel, you're a Pisces on YouTube. Eight of Wands energy. Right place, right time energy for you. Things are working out. You just have to let them unfold. Tracy, you're a Sag on TikTok. Two of Pentacles for you, my friend. Simplicity. Narrow it down. If it's not a priority, don't fuck with it. Crystal, you're an Aquarius on Instagram. Six of Pentacles energy for you, my friend. Think about a more even exchange of energy. Whatever you're putting out, make sure you're getting that back as well. And that you're also being just as generous with you as you are with other people, you know? Let's see. Kieran, you're a Virgo on YouTube. Ace of Pentacles energy for you, my friend. Make sure you're planting seeds, taking first steps. It's time for you to begin. Buy the supplies, book the appointment, do whatever you need to do to get started. You don't have to wait for a new year, you know? Sarah, you're a Leo on TikTok. Queen of Cups for you, my friend. As you navigate transformation, make sure your self-care is a priority for you. Make sure that your wellness is your top priority right now. Mary, you're a Capricorn on Instagram. The sun, my friend. Joy, optimism, positivity. Try to find the light and choose the joy. Rebecca, you're a Capricorn on YouTube. Four of Pentacles, my friend. Try to be a bit more frugal. Practice some self-control right now. Emily, you're an Aquarius on TikTok. Eight of Cups, babe. It's time to move on. Taylor, you're a Capricorn on Instagram. Knight of Cups, sorry. Go with the flow. Take things slow and steady. Jamali, what are you doing? Get out of there. Hang on. Sorry. Dog check. Come here, Ramen. Come. Sorry, they're being rambunctious today. Anyway, let's see. Continue, please continue. Krista, you're a Gemini on TikTok. Six of Swords energy, my friend. Think about the journey as you go. Think about the things that you carry with you along the way, especially your attitude and your mindset. Margot, you're a Taurus on Instagram. Knight of Swords energy, my friend. Have courage and move forward. Viv, you're a Pisces on YouTube. Page of Pentacles for you. Opportunities come your way, maybe ones that you don't quite expect. Tyler, you're a Scorpio on TikTok. Ace of Swords, my friend. Say it out loud. Say what you mean what you say, and take action that is logical for you. Allison, you're a Sag on Instagram. Knight of Wands energy, my friend. Face things head on. Try to have some courage, and things might move a little faster than you anticipate. Sam, you're a Taurus on YouTube. Have strength, my friend. You have to persevere. Now's not the time to give up. Amanda, you're a Libra on TikTok. Queen of Pentacles. See the value that you have. The energy is not, I'm grateful to be here. It's, you're lucky to have me, you know? Gretchen, you're a Virgo on Instagram. The devil, my friend. Get out of your own way. Look in the mirror and remove the bullshit. Shauna, you're a Capricorn on YouTube. Six of Cups. Make sure you have the right support system around you right now. Rebecca, you're an Aries on Instagram. Three of Wands energy. Try to have a plan and stick to it. Think about the long-term goals and the short-term steps you can take to get there. Michelle, you're a Sag on Instagram. The world, my friend. Endings and new beginnings in a major way. It's time for a new chapter to unfold. Michelle, you're a Sag on YouTube, the High Priestess, my friend. It's time to look within. The High Priestess is symbolic of what it means to read tarot. So you have to let the water still enough to see through it clearly and understand some things. So Megan, you're an Aries on TikTok, King of Wands. We're waiting on you, and no one's going to decide for you. No one's going to show you how. You have to learn on your own. You have to be willing to take the initiative. Leah, you're a Virgo on Instagram, Two of Wands. Zoom out, girl. It's time for you to embrace a larger point of view. Try to see the big picture. You are a dot on a marble floating through space. What really matters and why. Jaden, you're a Taurus on YouTube. The Lovers, my friend, you always have a choice. Choose what is wise or passionate for you, and don't let anyone sway your own decision-making. Don't let people choose for you. Shannon, you're a Pisces on TikTok, Page of Swords. Trust your intuition. Follow those feelings. And make sure that you cut the toxicity, remove the bullshit. And if it doesn't make sense, maybe it's not for you, you know? So we got to be mindful of the words we're using, our attitude, and make sure that we're removing ourselves from toxic people as well. Susie, you're a Cancer. Four of Swords energy for you on Instagram. Rest is a priority. Becky, Sag on YouTube. Four of Cups. You need to remember who the fuck you are and get up. You've had your pity party. You feel the feelings. Well, let's do something about it. Let's not wallow. Trinity, you're a Taurus on TikTok. Nine of Swords energy, my friend. Depression, anxiety, insomnia. We might be in a bad place mentally, and we need to start doing something about it and think about how we're spending our alone time. Allie, you're a Scorpio on Instagram. Seven of Pentacles. Look back at how far you've come. A lot further than you realize, I would imagine. Becky, you're a Sag on YouTube. Justice, my friend. Think about your own karma right now, the boomerang effect of your own energy. And understand that shit's not fair. You know, it just isn't. Marlo, you're a Cancer on TikTok, Queen of Wands. Make your moves in silence, my friend. Maria, you're a Virgo on Instagram, Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady. Nothing moves unless you move it. It's important that you try to be as in the moment as possible. Leanne, you're an Aquarius on YouTube, King of Swords for you, my friend. Focus on wisdom, facts, not feelings. Ashley Nicole, you're an Aquarius on TikTok. The star is the symbol of hope. Try to be vulnerable, express how you feel. You might be surprised at how that changes things around you. Victoria, you're a Sag on YouTube. I'm sorry, Instagram. Yeah, Victoria Sag, Instagram. Eight of Swords energy for you, my friend. You have to get out of your head. Jane, you're a Virgo on YouTube. Five of Pentacles. Hardship is unavoidable. The only way out of it is through it. Unfortunately, you're meant to learn some lessons right now. So think about how you can process some things and the best way to move through it properly. There's no easy way. There's no overnight solution. You got to move through it, honestly. Sarah, you're a Gemini on TikTok. Emperor energy, my friend. Remember who the fuck you are. Alex, you're a Pisces on Instagram, King of Cups. Try to be compassionate, especially towards you. All you owe anybody is truth and kindness. Mari, you're a Cancer on YouTube, the Hanged Man. Try to see things from the other side, and we have to accept some realities that we cannot control. Samantha, you're a Capricorn on TikTok, the Death, my friend, Transformation Station. You're probably not even the same person anymore. A part of you probably died or something ran its course, and we need to learn to let it go a bit. Kat, you're an Aries on Instagram. Ten of Pentacles energy, my friend. Tangible signs of success. The tree bears abundant fruit for you. So there's opportunity coming around, money coming around. Your manifestations are going to start to show physically. So that's really lovely. Stefan, you're a Libra on YouTube. Two of Swords. Logical decisions, not emotional ones, please and thank you. Gabby, you're a Sag on TikTok. Five of Cups energy for you, my friend. Grief. Process the emotional things. Learn the lessons. Don't push them down. Emily, you're an Aries on Instagram. Seven of Swords. Don't deceive yourself. Don't pick up responsibilities that don't belong to you. Don't make other people's problems your problems. Kev, you're a Gemini on YouTube, TikTok. King of Pentacles energy for you, my friend. You just have to be willing to do the work. You can have what you want. You just have to be willing to work for it. That's all. Simple, simple. Dakota, you're a Libra on YouTube. Temperance, my friend. Focus on balance at this time. Slow and steady. Keep it simple. And try to balance your emotions well. Keep a foot on the ground, keeping a temper on your emotions. A foot on the ground, keep a temper on reality. And a foot in the water, keeping a temper on the emotions. So it's important that you kind of understand how you feel and take time to go go at things slow and steady. Everything in moderation right now. Amanda, you're a Cancer on TikTok, 3 of Pentacles. Try to embrace teamwork. Anna, you're a Pisces on Instagram, Chariot energy. You're already on the right path. Trista, you're an Aquarius on YouTube, Queen of Swords for you. Try not to anticipate problems, but don't be afraid to be direct. Lacey, you're a Virgo on TikTok, 2 of Cups energy for you. Communicate, my friend. Talk it out. You'll feel better. Kate, you're a Pisces. Welcome first time on Instagram. Your card is the Wheel of Fortune, so it's time to turn things around in your favor. The wheel is less about winning the lottery and more about you buying that lottery ticket. It's more about you taking the chance. So you have to believe that it's possible and take the opportunity to spin things around toward you. So luck is on your side. Let's see. Divya, you're an Aries on YouTube. Page of Cups energy for you, my friend. Trust your intuition. Alex, you're a Capricorn on TikTok. Have strong boundaries right now. Stacy, you're a Sag on Stacy, you're a Sag on Instagram. The Hermit, my friend. Think about how you're spending your alone time and the wisdom that you've gained this year. Ray, you're a Taurus on Instagram, TikTok, sorry. 10 of Swords energy. Don't worry about the past. Leave it where it belongs and try not to drag it into the present. Alana, you're an Aries on Instagram. Ace of Cups energy. New emotional beginnings. It's important that you cleanse and forgive. Wash the past off you. Bree, you're a Leo on TikTok. 4 of Wands energy. Focus on your home at this time. Fran, you're a Libra on YouTube. Focus on the truth, judgment. Truth always wins. The truth always comes out. Lorelai, you're an Aquarius on Instagram. 7 of Cups. Make up your own mind. You have to be willing to follow through with your own convictions. Follow your heart. Follow what feels right for you. Mariah, you're a Leo, not Libra. Leo on TikTok. Hierophant energy for you, my friend. Turn to spirit and your spiritual practices and give them more attention right now. Jacqueline, you're a Gemini on Instagram. Magician energy, my friend. It's time to manifest and create what you want for you. Kev, you're a Pisces on TikTok. 8 of Pentacles. It's time to be consistent and build strength out of that consistency. Mariah, you're a Leo on TikTok. Take a leap of faith. Marlo, you're a Virgo on TikTok. 9 of Pentacles for you. Walk the walk. Act like you want it. And it'll come to you. Ashley, you're a Sag on Instagram. Rekindle the passion. Page of Wands. Reignite the excitement again. Lisa, Sag on TikTok. 10 of Cups, my love. So remember why we're doing what we're doing. It's about the joy, right? It's about trying to be happy here. And then, my God, there was somebody on YouTube I thought I missed. Was it Dakota? Dakota, Libra. I don't think I did yours. The moon, my friend, mystery, duality, and uncertainty. There's nothing is set in stone. There's no fixed outcome. So you have to believe in the, I got him. Okay. Damn. I got Dakota. My bad. Well, this will just be a collective then, because I already thought it was. So anyway, collectively, whoever needs to hear this, the moon, my friend, mystery, duality, and uncertainty. You have to believe enough in yourself to make it through to the end. Okay? That's it. That's all the cards. Took about 15 minutes, a bit more, 5 minutes more than I wanted, but what are you going to do? I had to stop and fix dog things. So anyway, yeah, if you resonated, thank you very much. Don't forget to donate to our needy causes in my Instagram story and or on the TikTok and Instagram lives. All right, next up, we're going to get to these personal readings that have been purchased. and also the zodiacs for the week ahead. Good. I'm glad we resonate. Very nice. So yes, that is it for 10 Minutes of Madness. All right, we always start with the sign that's in season. You are very welcome, friends. Thank you. So we will start with Sag, and then we will go around the wheel cyclically. So it'll be Sag, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, etc. So we'll go cyclically around the wheel following Sag. So strap in. I hope you're ready. All right. Hi, I have paid for the live $33. How does it work? My name is Adrija. Yeah, I don't have you on my list at all. I've already said you've been here during the live for a while. You were here for 10 Minutes of Madness. I explained it a couple times, but I'll just go over it again for anybody that missed it. So we're going to do all of the zodiacs, right? We're going to do the 12 zodiac readings. So we're going to start with Sag and go cyclically around the wheel. And then I will be doing the personal readings alternating with the zodiac. So I'll do a personal reads, like 1 or 2 of them, and then a zodiac read, and then two or three personal reads and a zodiac reading. So, but I don't have your name. I don't have Audrey. I don't have you. I'm sorry. So you have to go to my website. You said you paid the 33, but maybe it's a different name or something. I don't know, but I have Jacqueline D, Mary H, and INHOME, Inome Batch. The email says Rodriguez 2. Adrija Roy. No, I don't have that. That's you, Rodriguez 2. That's you. Yeah, so you just have to wait your turn. Yeah, that's all. You just got to sit back, relax, and wait your turn. That's all right. It happens. No worries. Yes, we will be starting with Sag. Thank you, Summer. And again, don't forget, we are raising money for a good cause, my friends. A couple of good causes. If you're able to donate, please do. Also, classes are still available on the website. If anyone is interested in signing up for my intro to tarot class, Tarot 101, and or my somewhat advanced workshop. So feel free to check the info about that on the website. It's coming up fast. It's on the 27th. Karen, that reminds me, could you forward it to me? Yeah, I'll get there. Trust me, I will. Don't worry. It's yeah. It's starred in my email. I will, I promise. You'll get it. Oh, and BTW, Karen, if for some reason I'll get to it, but if for some reason I don't, it is the same link that you had for the 101. So just in case I don't, it will be, it is the same link. So FYI. And the same password. There is no password. There shouldn't be a password for class. For the recording, yeah, there's a password. But for class, there shouldn't have been a password. It should have just been an event link that you had, you know? But no, I'll get to it. Trust me. There's just been a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, but the original event link that I sent you for the 101, it's the same one for these classes. Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. The sooner we get started, the sooner I can chill out and get some sleep. Thank you, Chell. I appreciate you. All right, let's start off with one of these personal readings. But no, you know what? Let's start off with Sag. Let's start with Sag. Is Polly gonna propose to Nikki? What happened to hello? Who the fuck is Polly and Nikki? It's like Joni and Chachi, you know? Oh God. Anywho, Sagittarius, my friends. Good Lord, right? I mean, you know, it's never dull. Never dull. Yeah, Sagittarius in the house. Very nice. All right, Sag. Okay. Well, Sag, it looks like there's some old stuff that's like and old painful things that are circling back around again. So it's the idea of like past experiences that have hurt us before, dragging them into the present and allowing them to stain the future, you know? So the devil is here as well. The suggestion that we need to get out of our own way, that we need to look in the mirror and practice some free will. And then Eight of Pentacles energy, be consistent about the steps we're taking to move forward. It's not a one-time thing. It's not a one and done. You know, processing this and moving forward from it, walking away from the devil energy is not just a one step. It's a constant movement. You know what I'm saying? So we have to keep moving forward from it and build up consistent habits away from that. You know what I mean? Something old rearing its head again, bringing you right back where you were, you know? So we got to remember the work that we need to do or the work that we've done to like keep moving forward. All right. On my personal reading list, I have Jacqueline D, followed by Mary H. Jacqueline D, your 3 cards await you. All right, my love, 3 cards. It looks like manifesting what you want into your life is going to come at a cost. Not something like, you know, pay the piper. You know what I mean? But like, I don't know. It's not giving firstborn son or anything. But like 5 of Pentacles energy. Seven of Wands. I don't know. It's giving like, don't do it. It's not worth it. And you're like, I have to. I have to. And you like go out there and you brave the storm and everything. But the journey of it is like this. Do you know what I mean? So like, and that's why we're afraid for you, because we don't know if you can handle this dip part in it, you know? So it's like, you got to manifest what you want, but that's going to require you standing up for yourself, advocating for you, blood, sweat, and tears. You got to show that you really want it, you know? And the 5 of Pentacles suggests that it's going to induce some hardship, you know? The manifestations come with a cost. You got to be willing to fight for it and take the hits that are attached. Yeah, you're very welcome. Yes, that was Sag. No, that was Jacqueline. I'm sorry, that was for Jacqueline. Next up, I have Mary. Mary H wants to know what she should focus on this week. And I say, the cards say, that it's on the passionate journey. Ace of Wands. Focusing on the passionate journey, focusing on lighting the match, trailblazing the passionate path. Figuring out what lights you up. Things to focus on this week include your connection to spirit, and your connection to creative thinking and creativity, you know? I like it. All right, next we're going to do Capricorn and then a couple more of these personal reads. You're very welcome. Thank you. Capricorns. Damn, this 10 of Swords, man. Is this our stalker card tonight? I hope not. Capricorns, there is such potential right now, such potential for great things. You have the World, so endings and new beginnings in a major way, new chapters unfolding for you. And then the 10 of Cups, also this idea of emotional abundance and joy, us achieving things that feel good, and don't just, pay the bills, but actually emotionally satisfying as well. So 10 of Swords energy, once again, we want to make sure that we're not, repeating same old mistakes. We don't want to drag the past into the present because it will stain the future. Leave the past where it lies. Close the door on that, Capricorns. It's not about the money, the job, the tangible things. It's about how having those things is supposed to make you feel. All right, now I've got 3 cards for Rodriguez 2. What should I do in this relationship with Josiah? Any guidance? Oh, my relationship. I'm just kidding. That's terrible. No, well, I firmly believe, my friend, that there's nothing mystical about relationships. There's nothing, and I'm not saying that's what you're asking here, but like to me, there's nothing really mystical about it. And it's all about choice, communication, and actions, so you're not sure what to do in this relationship. Well, I guess the real question is, are you or are you not feeling chosen? Does this person show you that you are important to them in a way that makes you like, oh, you know what I mean? So that, and I needed to hear that too. Yeah. You said, yeah, so they do. You do feel chosen. Okay. So what should be the question about him? Well, why does there need to be a question about him? Do you know what I mean? Does this have any long-term potential? Well, that's based entirely on what you put into it, my friend. That's the potential of that is dependent on you two being willing to go on that journey together, and consistently choose each other daily until suddenly, oh shit, it's been a year. You know what I mean? Like, that's really what it is, So I guess like maybe a good way to look at this from a tarot perspective is like, maybe like, what do you need to know to bring your best self forward in this relation? He's not consistent with you. Okay. Okay, well, that's not good. See, and this is where we have conversations. Do you know what I mean? This is where you talk about it, is that you communicate like, hey, there's not really a lot of consistency going on here. Like, where are we at? What are we doing? So, and that's what I'm saying is that like he has to be willing to show you consistently that you're chosen. And if you're not feeling chosen, you can do one of two things. You can communicate that and say, hey, um, we need to talk about this, or say, hey, never mind. Fuck it. I try, he avoids. Okay, I've been there. How long have you guys been a thing? Yeah, you've tried and it feels like nagging. Okay. Yeah, no, I've been you. I get it. I get it. Yeah, I'm curious how long this has been a thing. Not much, 2 months. Yeah, it's not worth it then, babe. It's really not worth it, like if we're already like, okay, honestly, my bottom line in a committed, serious romantic relationship is communication and honesty. That's my whole thing. That's really it. That's my bottom baseline, bare minimum on the floor expectation is that like, if we can't talk to each other and over time grow to share a lot with each other and eventually tell each other everything, that's what I'm looking for. If we can't even talk to each other, then what are we doing? you know and I don't know, maybe that's just me because like I want a best friend, a husband, all in one. You know what I'm saying? I want a best friend, a confidant, a husband, a romantic partner, all in one person, And if we can't talk, then like, what are we doing? I do try a lot to talk. No, I'm saying you do. I'm saying if he's avoiding, what I'm saying? The fact that you're saying he's avoidant, um, is like kind of the thing, right? That like he's not willing to talk. He's not willing to like, be honest with you and be honest with each other and do the embarrassing conversation stuff. If he's not willing to do that with you, well then babe, it's time for you to find someone else who's at least emotionally intelligent enough to communicate their feelings. You know what I mean? So, what else did you say? Oh my God, I'm losing my phone. Hang on. Sorry. He came on too strong in the beginning, and I'm in a phase looking for something long term. Yeah. I feel you. Okay. And now you're trying to talk about things and they're like kind of avoidant. Yeah, if we're avoidant now, then like, you know, then maybe they're not gonna ever really open up. What's the right question for this? I'm not sure, to be real with you, babe, but we're gonna pull 3 cards and we're gonna see what the advice is for you. We'll get you going. We'll get you in the right direction. But I remember like back when my husband and I first started dating, the first like 2, 3, 4, 6 months of our relationship, we had to really get to know each other, and like we butted heads quite a bit, and like we would have these conversations, And he would kind of get avoidant and kind of shut down. And I would be like, no, like, we should be able to talk about this, right? Like, we're trying to get to know each other. We're dating, like, potentially falling in love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the hard shit. You know, let's do it. And he was like, no, I don't want to get into a fight. And I'm like, well, fight me. You know, like, we got to have a first one eventually. Fight me. You know what I'm saying? I would rather fight you than do this avoided shit. You know, I would rather hear your passionate argument than have you shut down and be like, you know what I'm saying? Fight me. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's just me, but like, if we're going to be avoidant this early in a relationship, then like maybe we're not down the line going to be emotionally available to have these conversations. It might be an early sign of things. You know what I mean? I don't know, babe. Let's pull some cards. Let's talk about it. Girl. All right. Well, I mean, Ace of Swords energy, chat. What are we thinking? You know? What are we thinking? Are we thinking Ace of Swords is like, hey, it's time to call it and like kind of cut the cord here? She tries to have the chat, but we're avoidant. So an Ace of Swords energy would be like, hey, have the chat, say it out loud, be practical, be logical. But maybe, and to me, the logical thing here is like you keep trying and like you're not getting anywhere. So aces are new beginnings. Yeah, Suze, I kind of agree. Maybe we need to start again, you know, and maybe with this same person if you want to. Maybe if you, because I mean, if you see potential here, you have the star, right? So if you see potential here, then maybe you guys need to have a reset, you know? I read Ace of Swords as being direct about how you're feeling if you're not already, and say if you can't meet me here, I'll move on. I think that's really sound advice, Warrior. I like the way you interpret that. I really love that. You're the one holding the sword, trying to have the convo, but you're the only one taking an action. That's great. I love that too. That's great. So yeah, if you would like to start over with this person, with Josiah, that's one thing. Or you can cut the tie and start over with someone else or in another romantic avenue. Unfortunately, my love, I have the moon for you. And basically that says like, hey, there's no fixed outcome here. The future for you two is fuzzy. It's not clear. It's not set in stone. It's not fixed. We can't see an outcome. That doesn't mean there isn't one, but like, we can't see it. So you have to believe and understand that you need to figure this shit out as you go. And then the star is like, have hope. All is not lost. Whether it's Josiah or someone else, there is something genuine for you out there, you know? You should be able to be vulnerable and share with someone that you're interested in how you feel, and for that to be received well and understood, you know? So I hope that's helpful. Couldn't quite come up with a question for you, but I hope that that's still some kind of guidance that you can chew on. Very helpful. Good. Okay. And I kind of feel like this is also kind of saying like, you know, the star and the ace of swords, it's like, you know what you want, you know, you have you tend to get very and end up getting anxiously attached because of this. I understand, I really do. And but like what this says to me is that like, you know yourself well, and you might have this romantic idea of things, but it's not far-fetched, it's not unreasonable, it's not unrealistic, and you should stick to that. And it's kind of our human condition to be like, okay, well, this thing is right in front of me, is this the thing? And we're like, nah, girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to go around and do some looking. So, and the moon is like, yeah, that's just not how this works. You gotta feel it out as you go with love, you know? Very good. Thank you, friend. Chaz V. One card. You're welcome, babe. Thank you. What most needs nurturing to expand my life and its possibilities? Fabulous question. J'adore. She said, hi. What most needs nurturing? Your intuition. Page of Cups energy. Your connection to that small voice and your gut. Yes, do I need to say more? What's up, UK? What's up, Chicago? Welcome. Pretty clear. Good. So yeah, no, and remember, my friend, that intuition is defined as something that you innately understand without having to give it cognitive reasoning. If you know, you just know, right? Follow that feeling. And the only way you're really going to strengthen it is if you flex it, is if you try things out with it, make decisions based on it, and see how they go. That's really the only way. Yeah. If you would like to get a personal reading during the live, head to madamadam.com, link in bio. Next up, we are on to Aquarius. Where's the Aquarians in the chat? What feels like the nuance between intuition and healing trauma responses, does that matter? Well, I think they're probably connected. They probably share like a synapse or something, you know? Because it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't that feel okay? Ooh, oh shit. Oh my god. Sorry, my tripod broke and now it's being funky. I think that the trauma responses, oh my god. tell me if this makes sense, right? Like, I feel that like trauma responses are often going to be more fight or flight, right? Right? Right. Fight, flight, freeze, fawn. Right. That's what I'm saying. Those are trauma responses, right? That's what we're saying. Intuition doesn't always have this danger. You know what I'm saying? Intuition isn't always like that, right? Do you see what I'm saying? The intuition shouldn't always give us like a intuition doesn't always have to be a danger thing. Hi, can I ask respectfully on what gender you're attracted to? I mean, I'm attracted to everybody, honestly. I always have been. I've always been bisexual, honestly, but like I am married to a lovely man. So does that make sense though? Does that help kind of differentiate between the two? Because I feel that trauma responses are often in a haste or a panic state, right? It's a response to trauma. So it's like a danger response, right? So an intuition can just be like a gut instinct about fucking anything, you know? Thank you, Annette. I appreciate that. I feel trauma responses are specific to discomfort, if that makes sense. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Specific to discomfort. Yeah. And intuition is not always about that. Intuition isn't always about discomfort. Intuition sometimes is not, you know, I think what you're describing with intuition is like, I shouldn't be here. I've got a bad feeling. I shouldn't be here. Intuition isn't always like that. Sometimes intuition is like, no, this is the right way. Like, I know it is. You know what I'm saying? Intuition can also be positive. Yes, I like that. Intuition feels like calm, like a statement. Yeah. Yep. Very nice. Does that help? Does that make sense? I'm not an expert, but like that's what I think. All right, I'm sorry. We're on Aquarius, yes? All right. It's like if you're wondering if you're getting something intuitive or if this is a trauma response, ask yourself if you're panicking. You know, Am I uncomfortable? Is this a panic thing right now? Am I just like having a moment, or is this like something that I understand? You know what I'm saying? All right, Aquarius. Aquarius energy, my friends. I once heard someone say anxiety speaks in questions, intuition speaks in statements. I love that. Yes. Hard agree. Hard agree. Okay, yeah. Aquarius, 10 of Cups energy, my friend. It's not about the money, the job, the tangible thing. It's about how having those things is supposed to make you feel. We're trying to manifest emotional abundance. We're just trying to be happy here. But that has to come with a cleanse. It's got to come with a cleanse and forgive. We have to release the old things. We have to forgive ourselves for how hard we are on you. And embrace a more even exchange of energy. 6 of Pentacles. Got to be just as generous with you as you are with everybody else. You are deserving. So it looks like finding the joy is about trying to have a conscious effort daily to choose it. And make sure that we release the negative or the pain or the things that aren't working, you know? Even exchange of energy. Next, I've got 3 cards for Monisha M. Something for the new year. 3 cards, you bet. All right, my love. Your 3 cards are well, there's no stopping you, my friend. There's really no stopping you. I mean, 10 of Wands energy itself, right? Like, we can give you advice all you want to, but you might take it, you might not. Like, it's like, honestly, you've got the 10 of Wands and the World together. So it's like, it's like you're going through it and you're stressing and you're overburdened and you're like, oh my God, this is so much to carry. Jesus Christ. And we're like, yeah, no, let's give you some advice on this and how to handle it. Maybe you should put some of this down. And then you see the finish line. You can see the finish line. So you're like, oh no, wait, I got it. And you like grab everything up again and just kind of push through to the finish line. So we want to make sure that you don't collapse at the end here. But 10 of Wands energy, passionate success comes with stress. The level of stress that you endure is directly related to how much you care. And you don't have to carry everything all at once, but you're approaching a new chapter of life and ending a new beginning in a major way. And the only advice we have for you is to make sure that you put up some strong boundaries, that you protect yourself. That's all. So remember that putting up boundaries isn't about building a wall and hiding behind it. It's about putting on the armor and getting back out there, you know? New year of boundaries. You've done a lot of work up to this point. New year, new chapter, my friend. New boundaries in this new year and new chapter. Where are the Pisces at? Have a good night. Thank you. All right, Pisces. All right, Pisces, it's pretty simple. You have listed lazily off course, it seems. You know, we might have lost a little sight of who we are here, and we need to reconnect with that. We need to get back on track. We need to get back on course. We need to get back on our grind, back on our shit, right? We need to get back on our responsibility. So, and that needs to start with us focusing on our home. I know that resonates with me personally. My house is kind of a shithole right now. There's a lot going on, so I haven't really been focused on my home, and you know, I need to. So that resonates with me. And that 7 of Cups as well is that it doesn't really matter where you start with your home. It doesn't really matter if you start with the laundry, the dishes, the floor. It doesn't really matter where you start. It's as long as you just kind of begin somewhere, you know? So we got to get back on track, Pisces. We got to realign with who we are, be honest about the responsibilities attached to our goals, make some tough choices, focus on the home and keeping it stable and structured, your commitments that you already have, and make choices that feel right for you, you know? Start somewhere. Anything is better than nothing. All right. Aries. Right, just start. You know, it's like before I go out, I make sure that I put in a load in the laundry and a load in the dishwasher. I make sure that I stop what I'm doing before I make sure I take the time before I go out to either flip laundry over or start new load or rerun the dryer again or run the dishwasher, or all three, you know? All right, Aries. And the personal reading list is still open if anybody's interested. MadamAdam.com, link in bio. Huh. Well, Aries, it looks like we have some things to process. We have some emotional negatives to make sense of. We have some grief to process. And I don't know, it's like with Temperance here, it's like, yeah, you need to grieve some stuff. You need to make sense of some things, but you need to slow down. You know, Temperance kind of always says to like take a breath and do things moderately, right? So I wonder if the cups, I wonder if the 5 of cups is like the grief from like rushing. You know, maybe we did something a little too fast, and it didn't work out the way we wanted it to, and it was like, that's all right. Like, you're supposed to go slow. You're supposed to do things in moderation, slow and steady. It's going to be a process, you know. Things are working out for you. 8 of Wands, Aries. Things are working out. Magic is happening. Spirit is speaking. Your passions have velocity, but maybe just not on the timeline that you're expecting emotionally. Okay? Make sense? Okay. Taurus. Yes, taking a step back. Yes, ma'am. You're very welcome. Thank you for being here. All right. Taurus, my guy, you have some healing to do, girl. You got some healing to do. 3 of Swords energy. You've been disappointed. You've been let down. And unfortunately, we have to remember that our disappointments come from our expectations. You only ever really hurt your own feelings. And we have to be honest about whatever role we played in our own suffering, no matter how small it is. Even if that small role is that, like, hey, you let them in, you know? Even if that small bit is a role you played, we still have to say, yeah, I did that bit, you know? So, Knight of Wands energy as well. We need to reignite the passion, find the zest for life again. And doing so is about finding balance in a more even exchange of energy. Being just as generous with you as you are with others. Be kind, but not stupid, you know? Welcome, welcome. Hello. CM Wilkins. Welcome. All right. Gemini. We've got Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio left. If you would like a personal reading during the live, head to madamadam.com, link in bio. And scroll down to where it says live readings. All right, Geminis, let's see what we've got. It's time to take actions. Cut the nonsense and remember the plan that we've had all along. Ace of Swords energy for you, my friends. Need to take actions. The need to cut the toxicity, say things out loud, make sure that we're being logical and practical. 3 of Wands energy as well. Make sure that we're sticking to our plan, that we're still considering the passionate possibilities on the horizon. And remember that sticking to the plan means being amenable to changing the plan as you go. The thing you're really sticking with is your desired goal or outcome. Okay? So, King of Cups, Geminis, remember to be compassionate. All you owe anyone is truth and kindness, but that must begin with you being honest and kind with yourself. All right, next up we have Cancer. But first, we're going to do Mariah Adams. 3 cards for you, my friend. Hi, Miss Jupiter. That's you. Excellent. TikTok, I've gone through so much change in the last year, struggling to find balance and focus, feeling very overwhelmed. Need some advice for the movement ahead. Absolutely. All right, my friend. Ramen, stop. Stop. Go lay down. All right, well, Miss Jupiter, there's some things you just gotta wrap your head around here. One, you're struggling to find balance and focus and feeling overwhelmed, right? We're trying to focus on the movement ahead. Well, you have to understand that nothing is fixed. You know, it's the moon. It's mystery, it's duality, it's uncertainty, it's fear inducing as well. It kind of reminds me of when I always say that, like, no one can really predict the future. You know, prediction is just pattern recognition, and there's no pattern for where you're at right now. And for the movement ahead, there's no pattern to base this on, really. So, 7 of Cups energy is like, hey, there's a lot of options ahead of you. You're going to have a lot of choices and a plethora of options, you know? So, for that, you just have to remember to follow what feels right for you. And then 5 of Pentacles energy, you just got to be willing to move through the hardship. It's not going to be simple. It's not going to be an overnight solution. Things are going to be challenging. Finding balance and focus requires you to get shit thrown at you. You know? Scary but new. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. There's no chill in balance, you know? And I think that people forget that. That if you want to keep your balance, you have to kind of engage your body. Excuse me. And life is no different, right? If you're going to keep your balance in life, you have to engage in your life. So you have to trust your gut that you will make the right decisions for yourself as you go and figure it out along the way. You know? All these moon mystery cards of like, listen, take a breath and follow how you feel. I feel like maybe we're all moving too fast, or we're being too loud, or we're being too demanding or something to hear the emotional truths, you know? Maybe we're not being patient enough to hear that. Hmm. All right. We were on to Cancer, I believe, and then Leo. Yeah. Good. I'm glad, Miss Jupiter. Thank you so much. Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Cypress. All right, Cancers, it is time to move on and try to find new consistency. The thing we've been doing, that we've been beating our head against the wall over and over and over again and not getting any results, it's time to let it go. You're not getting anywhere. Know when enough is enough. Put it down. I feel that sometimes it shows a greater feat of strength for you to know when to walk away from something than to keep pushing through. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be a greater sign of strength to know when enough is enough. You know? So, Cancers, we got to find our grind again. 8 of Pentacles. We got to find new work that turns into habit, that becomes a lifestyle. Cancer, remember your strength, my friends. Remember your strength. The strength to move on and the consistency that turns into strength as well. We wouldn't tell you to be strong if it weren't going to be difficult. Yeah. One card for Madeline. Maddie B. Maddie writes, I feel like I'm working so hard but getting nowhere. Treading water, trying to make a massive change happen. I'm taking a big risk and giving it my all. Am I on the right path? That's got to be frustrating. I mean, it's got to be frustrating to like feel like you're giving it your all and to not be certain, you know, that it's the right thing. That's got to be so stressful and scary. Well, Maddie, where are you at? Where are you watching from? What is this big risk, and what are we talking about here? There you are. You're on YouTube. Perfect. Okay. What is this endeavor? Because I have a card. I just don't know like quite how to apply it for you. So if you can tell me like what it is, it might make it make sense. You changed fields completely. Okay. She said, started a new business, trying to move countries, changed fields completely. Okay. So I don't have the answer you're looking for. I don't have, yeah, you're on the right path, or no, you're not on the right path. But what I have for you is, hey, what you're experiencing right now is the competition attached to this field. You know, there's a lot of competition, it seems. Five of Swords energy, a lot of push and pull, a lot of ulterior motives, a lot of competition. So it's like this is the right path for you if you can handle this. Oh no, you got an ad. Okay, so what I said was yeah, so there's a lot of competition, and basically the idea here is that you should know that you're on the right path if you can handle the competition. You know, if you can handle the heat, then yeah, this is the right path for you. This is a test of like whether or not you can handle. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm glad that makes sense. Good deal. Good deal. All right, next we are on to Leos. We've got Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio left. And the reading list is still open if you're interested. Don't forget to donate if you're able to donate to I Support the Girls on Instagram or TikTok Live. And also make sure you check out the Title I teacher wish list on my Instagram story. Please and thank you. All right, Leos. All right, Leos. Well, this one's pretty simple. You have to let people in. You have to embrace teamwork and collaboration. You're meant to do things alone right now. You need to let people in, you need to let people help you. You can't do this shit by yourself right now. So brighter days are ahead. The sun, things are gonna get better, but they're only gonna get better with help. Okay. So any kind of stubborn Leo shit, not the time or place. So Knight of Pentacles energy as well for you, Leos. Nothing's changing for right now. Things are the way they are. You're where you're meant to be. Be in the moment. Be present. Process what's going on. Let the help in. Can I ask a question? Not for a reading necessarily, but because you read, if that makes sense. I mean, I suppose, yeah, sure, shoot. Hit me, sunshine. And I'll see if I can answer it. Then I have Oliver Sherm. Oliver S. Sherman. So I've got Oliver and then Virgos. Your mom's a Leo and super annoying. She needs help and doesn't know how to ask for it. Yeah. My husband is the opposite. He literally doesn't think he needs help. You know? So yeah, Sunshine, feel free to ask your question if you would like. Anyway, Oliver, what energy could I tap into in order to ensure confidence in my future career plans? You can tap into your passion, my friend. You can tap into your passion. What about your career excites you? You know, what is exciting to you about it? What lights you up? What makes you so jazzed about this future plan? You know, that's the thing you tap into, the excitement of it. Yeah. You're very welcome. Thank you. All right, Virgos are up next. We've got Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio left. All right. All right, Virgos. The decision is yours, my friend. I know a lot of my Virgos might not be used to this because we're used to having to kind of overthink things a little bit and consider more than just yourself. But Seven of Cups and the Sun together, it's like it's time to choose whatever brings you joy. It doesn't matter what you choose. What matters is what's going to make you happy. What matters is what you imagine is going to bring you the most joy. And hey, part of that is like, hey, well, I don't really know until I try it what's going to give me joy. Well, that's why it's a fool's journey. That's why it's uncertain. That's why it's a risk. That's why you have to jump and have a clean slate, a fresh start, a new beginning. Karen, that's because you shouldn't be reading about other people, babe. You should be reading about you. Yeah, sometimes the cards don't make sense because you're not supposed to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? If it doesn't make sense, then maybe that's not the right question, that's not the right focus. Do you know what I mean? Stop. But it can also just be that, like, I don't know, maybe we're not framing the question properly. I don't really think of the zodiac as having masculine or feminine energy, personally. But yeah, I think, Kieran, if it doesn't answer, if it doesn't make sense, reframe the question. You know? Okay. Libras. Libras, we need to get out of our own way. Yeah, you're welcome, Karen. No worries. You got to get out of your own way, my friend. Devil energy, you're giving into some temptation somewhere, taking the easy way out, cutting a corner or something. So we need to practice some free will, look in the mirror and get out of our own way. This is going to take some reflection. 7 of Pentacles. And it's also the perfect time to act and to make some changes. You know? Things are happening. Don't give up now, you know? All right, and I think last one, Scorpio, right? You got about 7 minutes to get on the reading list. MadamAdam.com, link in bio. Scorpio. Scorpio, remember your abundance. Remember that you are an abundant person. You know how to plant seeds and grow trees, my friend. You know how to make things happen. So it is time for a reset. You've experienced some change, some transformation. I imagine that you're not the same person anymore, and you might be growing a brand new tree of abundance for yourself now. So slow and steady is the emotional journey. Make sure that you take your time and that you don't rush through it, that you take things as they come, slow and steady. Lighten up a little bit. Where's the fun? You know, where's the levity? Try to lighten up. I like it. When you're a cusp and both resonate. I love that. All right, friends. Well, I'm going to turn off the reading list so I can get off here. I'm exhausted. It's been a lovely live, though. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thank you. I'm going to try to chill out and get some rest. So thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure as always. Don't forget to donate if you can on my Instagram bio or on my Instagram story to Title I teachers and or I support the girls. My next live will be Thursday afternoon, I believe. Tentatively, I'll keep you posted. But make sure you check out my socials and the content and engage in any way you can. It really means a lot to me. So thank you guys so much again. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for flying Star Tours. Have a great evening. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.